And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 24 and counting. We're your hosts with the most, IFC Yipes, and of course, to the right of me,
Chris Matrix. You already know. Road Dawgs in the building. No Frillz podcast episode 24.
Absolutely, 24. Oh, I like that. Put a little bit of that cuatro, a little bit of that R's in your vocabulary. I see you, but you already know what it is. Top of the day, and you already know what we got. Who we got in the middle?
Shining bright like a diamond.
Mr. Sean Simpson, right? That's the government, right?
Double S.
Double S.
How are you?
What up?
Double S.
Mr. Simpson.
What's going on, guys?
We spoke to the man in person. Said, "Hey, do you want to pull out to pull up to the No Frillz podcast?" I said, "Pull out." Wow, pause. No Frillz podcast.
We see what Yipes is doing after this.
Wow, maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I think I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I
Get
will.
it off your chest.
Yeah. But anyway, we asked the man at NLBC. He's like, "Yo, pull up to the No Frillz podcast." He was like, "Yo, for sure." He didn't even think about it. He said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And he's out here. Well, how the hell are you, young buck?
Good. How are you guys?
He ain't looking so young no more.
Yeah, you more grizzly
Full
than me,
bit
sir.
word.
This is crazy. My beard still ain't come out.
Bro, I need a
I don't
cut.
think it's coming out.
Grandpa shine.
Yeah, I'm getting old these days, man.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
huh?
are.
Yeah, I see. We're gonna get to that in a bit.
They grow up so fast.
But yeah, man, what's up, man? Let the people know. I'm saying who you are, where you from.
Yeah, man. Just another New York dude, a New York player. I've been around for like a little bit now. Not as long as you guys, but I've been around for a little bit.
It's all right. Don't remind us. Don't remind us. We out here.
Nah, you guys are still young.
Thank you. Because you definitely look older than me right now. That's a fact.
He look older than me.
Shit, yeah.
Shoot.
But anyway, we like to do something here in the No Frillz podcast. We call it the humble beginnings. So I'm actually looking forward to listen to this because when I first seen you, you was an online monster playing Goken and DJ.
DJ.
My man said DJ. That's crazy.
You was playing DJ.
Wow, he was rocking some DJ.
You was playing DJ. Sean, do not play with me.
Max out.
He was playing
Max
DJ.
out.
But you know what? We'll get to that later. Please, the floor is yours.
So like my beginning, like it actually started with like I think I want to say like Gears. I think like when I got like really into like Gears, I got like the first like taste of like playing like video games kind of like competitively, because it was like we used to do like online ladders. So that started with like Gears 1, 2. Yeah, I think it mostly ended with 2.
So you was doing game battles?
Yeah.
Battles. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, it was game battles. I was doing a lot. And after a while, my friend he stopped by my door with like, he's like, "Yo, I got this like Street Fighter 4 because I played Street Fighter 2 like way back. I didn't know how to do anything, but he came to my door with Street Fighter 4, and I was like, I wasn't like too interested in it, but I was like, I'll try it. That's my dude. So I played at his house, and I was like, damn, like because the inputs and stuff were easier, and because I was older, I was like, damn, it's kind of fun now. Like I can do a fireball and stuff. Like that was like the first moment. I was like, damn, it was a lot of fun. I didn't have it, so like when I would go home and when I couldn't play it, like I would end up just watching videos, because like you want to be the best, like you want to be like the best dude on the couch,
Facts.
Like that's where it all starts. So like after a while, I would watching videos, and I would watch like the old like the arcade videos. So like the old like probably like Daigo versus Itazan and stuff like that. Like I would see the combos they would do. I was like, damn, I kind of want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So like after a while, like I got the game, and it kind of just like snowballed to a point where it's like I was like appearing offline, like hiding from my Gears teammates, so like I wouldn't have to play, and they found out and they kicked me out. So I just started playing even more.
Man, fuck that team. Man, fuck that team. They wasn't really down with you, man.
Oh man, I mean, but he wasn't playing with them.
Yeah,
You gotta get the
Put
ball.
him on the reserve. Put him on the bench. Why you want to kick somebody out? Oh, that's the game battle. Was that real? It was just 4 y'all? No, how much was it? It was 3v3s, right? It was 3v3s. How much was
So
it?
it was like us three, like we were a main three, and we were kind of always looking for a fourth. Like us three we would have synergy, but we would always kind of like looking for a fourth.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like after a while, it was just 2 because I got kicked. So after
How did they find out? Did you just like forgot to like go offline, or that you just told them like you was being honest? They was like, "Hey, where you been?" And then it's just, I just been playing this new game.
Nah, it was kind of like a weird thing with Xbox at the time, where it was like, if you were actually offline, it would say last online like an hour or like so and so minutes ago. But if you were appearing offline, it would just say offline. So that's how they could tell.
Oh, they caught you. Damn, it was on you, boy. That's crazy. Okay.
What was that? What was that conversation like? I want to know in detail.
There was no conversation. I checked the page and my name just wasn't there anymore.
Oh my God! Remove, because you can remove the players off the roster on the team on game back.
Done.
Yeah, that was
so
it.
you
They didn't even say like, "Yo, Sean, you cut."
Nah.
So you ain't even asked him like, "Hey, what happened?"
I didn't ask him. I didn't care.
You knew what's up. You knew what's up. Wow.
He's like, okay, I'm out. Oh, well, that's it.
He said, "Oh, yeah, booted me." Oh, okay.
I'm like, I got more free time now.
So were you going to CF?
CF.
I don't remember seeing you.
No.
He said CF question mark.
Yeah, come on.
No,
man, that said it all right there, man. Like, come on.
Wow. He said CF.
So actually,
Cuchi fritos?
When I first started playing the O's Alive, so that was actually one of the main reasons why I switched to stick, because I had the intention of going there, so that was one of the reasons why I switched to stick, because I kind of wanted to play. I wanted to have the flexibility to like play in arcades and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons why I switched to stick. Actually, I think I switched to stick in like Super, so that must have been like 2010, 2011, or so.
Okay.
Wait. So when you was playing when you won that guard crush, or you was doing really good in that guard crush, you got second or something. You was on stick. You wasn't on pad.
Nah, he was on pad.
Yeah, that was my first tournament. I was playing on controller. I was actually playing on I was playing on a busted controller actually too.
What game was that though?
Street Fighter 4.
No, was that Super?
That was vanilla.
I'm bugging. Goken was in vanilla?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Are you
I don't
serious?
remember. Yo, that's crazy.
He was kind of hard to unlock.
That's how much Sagat and freaking and Akuma you saw.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was at the top. He was at the top left, right? He was at the top left.
He was the only one keeping up with the plasma. With Sagat, I remember Sanford was showing me. Okay.
Yeah, he had better recovery on his
Damn, I just
fireball. So
realized
he
you
did.
really care for your hair, huh? You don't want that. You don't want that middle gap. I see you.
What do you mean?
You could just put the headphones on your head, Sean.
Nah, he got the headphones on the back.
It,
But let him ride. He
it,
cool.
it must be habit at this point.
That's how he plays games.
Right. I was like, I'm looking at this shit, keep sliding on. He kept going. All right, but yeah, so okay, so we're gonna still touch up on your humble beginnings. You ain't going nowhere, and don't skip no details neither. Sean.
Don't skip nothing.
Don't skip nothing.
doesn't matter.
'Cause I want to know.
everything.
I want to know. I want to know. The people want to know. I want to know. Matrix want to know. We want to know.
We want to know. Ruby does want to know.
We all want to know.
all
But
wanna
anyway,
know.
so okay, so you say you started with Gears. Your mans came in front of the door. He said, "Yo, we got the Street Fighter 4." You looked at it. There was a holy light on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You was like, "Yo, let me get down." And you said, "Best of the couch." You know that could be a good segment actually down the line, like some one-on-one shit, like who's the best on the couch. That's actually not a bad idea.
They had a tournament, King of the Couch.
King of the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's right. Damn, that's old school. But anyway, okay, so how was it like to get introduced into the FGC? Like, obviously, your mans put you on, then you say you started doing videos. When was it that turning point where you bumped into the FGC? Because for me, it was like a forum. Like, I got into the forums and videos as well. That's how I got into it.
So for me, it was like I would like, because when you're playing online and eventually you just start to like, make new friends and stuff, like you start to make like new training partners and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Eventually you end up in Xbox Live parties and people ask, yo, where are you from? And I'm like, yo, I'm from New York. And they're like, oh yeah, there's this series. At the time it was Battlefield Arcadia. I'm sure you guys remember that. But yeah, it was Battlefield Arcadia. And it's like, yeah, they run this at the time it was what, bi-weekly? I think it was bi-weekly.
It was bi-weekly.
Yeah, it was
Every
bi-weekly.
Saturday, was it?
Every Sunday. It was
Sunday. It was Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, they run these tournaments out in Brooklyn. Like, yo, you should go. And
What character were you playing? Your first character?
my very first character was Ryu, and as I was learning the game, I switched through like different characters like Akuma, Bison, Abel. I've tried all of them, and then like after a while, I like stumbled on a Japanese player. He I think he played a lot of CVS2 before. At the time, I didn't know that. But what was his name? Desora. But at first, I saw he was the only one playing Goku. I was like, damn, no one's playing this character. And I saw him playing. I was like, yo, all this stuff looks really fun, and nobody's playing this character. So like, I would play him. I was like, I would lose a lot, but I was like, I would just like watch his videos and then try to X copy it, and then watch more of his videos and try to X copy it. And then after a while, like I just started to like, I don't know, you just start to get that bug where it's like, after every loss, you can start thinking, oh, I could have done this here, I could have done this here, I could have done this here, and then like you start playing more matches to test the theory. So like that's kind of how it all started. Like that was like a big inspiration for me to start with Goken, and then like after a while, like it's just like at a certain point, all the pieces just like felt like they came together, and that was like my big like addiction to it. So you know, as I was playing Goken, like people were saying, you know, you should go to Battlefield Arcadia.
So he was a character you were playing online against people.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of Goken. Yeah.
So obviously your Goken was good if they actually decided to friend request you, because I know when you playing online and you playing a random scrub, you like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But you run into somebody like, you know, yo, you pretty good. You like go. You start typing.
You don't got a keyboard either. You just gotta keep moving and everything.
You hear the freaking.
Yeah, so I went to my first battle circuit, and it was like literally the day after like a huge snowstorm, so like snow everywhere, and I think it was like
Whoa, let's not say battle circuit.
I'm sorry, not battle circuit.
Big 2? No, it was just.
No, it was Battlefield Arcadia. It was before Guard Crush.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Battlefield Arcadia, and you should go to this, and I went. You know, snow everywhere, so there wasn't like too many entrants and whatnot. But it was back when you know, I'm gonna drop an old name, but Seb, he was the one that was streaming.
Seb,
frameadvantage.com. Hold on, get closer.
Wait, did we do this?
Oh, no, you good. Just make sure.
Was this tournament in the Arc? Because I remember we did.
It wasn't in the Arc.
Okay, so we had moved
at the Arc. It was like little exhibition tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when the first locals that was getting, like the first thing that was getting streamed and recorded in Battlefield Arcadia, the first person was Seb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. So so there was that. That's kind of how everything like really started, because when I got there, number one, I was like super nervous for my first tournament. Like I was playing and I was losing Iversan's Dan. I was getting smoked by Chris Hughes Sakura, and Casual was like, man, I don't think I'm cut out for this. Like I was already starting to get some doubts, but like, you know, as soon as I got into the tournament, like, you know, there's like a huge like adrenaline rush where like my heart's like racing and stuff, and like I don't know, everything was kind of just working out. You know, back then, like even looking at it now, like some of the stuff I used to do was like absolutely crazy. I'm like, yo, how did I not? I feel like the only reason I would do certain stuff then is because I didn't understand how much risk it actually was.
Of course,
how much risk there actually was in doing it. Yeah. So, but
that throws off a lot of people that are used to playing against tournament number crunchers. You know what I mean? That like really understand the game. Like somebody will come to like, yo, he's online, but he's like just doing crazy stuff. Like makes no sense. I'm not used to it. And you catch people off guard like that.
Yeah, and I did. So like I think I caught like a lot of people off guard. So I caught, you know, my first big like notable win was probably against Sanford.
Okay.
Yeah. So I caught Sanford off guard. He used a Kuma on me.
Shout out to the Cals.
Yeah, and I think I ran all the way to grand finals, and I got 6-0'd after that. But like because of like Seb and like him like being one of like the very like big like kind of like premier streamers for the East Coast, it would kind of like gave me like a like it gave like, because I was playing Goken, I was playing on pad, like for whatever reason playing on pad was like a big deal to you guys, because like it was the age where like there was a lot of like console gamers coming in.
Yep.
So for you guys, you're like, yo, you playing on pad? That's crazy. Like,
yes.
Yeah. For you guys, it was like unnatural, but like now, like looking at it now, it's like pad is actually kind of an advantage.
Yeah, a lot of games I think are a little more optimal on pad, like Dragon Ball FighterZ being one of them. I think MK being one of them with the block button.
Yeah.
Like to me, like I feel more comfortable playing a block button game on pad. You know what I mean? You're not like sitting there busting switching with your fingers.
Yeah, I play MK on pad.
Yeah. So,
oh, that's what you was playing on?
Yeah.
I saw you from the back from like deep. You was playing Coach Steve at NOVC, but I didn't know. I thought you was playing on stick. But I passed the wave. I play on pad on that one too.
I don't want to have to play a game with a block button on stick.
Oh my god, I did that for MKX. That was terrible, son.
My pinky's gonna be. Whew.
Yeah, it's OD. That's why I stayed on the pad for that one. But it's funny. So it's crazy. I was in Mexico, right, for Thunderstruck in Monterrey, Mexico, and there was a couple of pad players. Wolf told me this specifically. He said, so the reason why he was a stick player at first, but the reason he went to pad was because so he won't get checked at the gate. He don't want to get checked at the gate.
I get that.
So then he was just like, yo, I'm gonna just go all the way to pad, and then there you have it. Now he's a pad player, which is crazy.
Listen, it never fails. Whenever I go travel, that stick comes out. Somebody in TSA always like, oh, he got the arcade in his bag. Yo, what's this? What you playing? Street Fighter? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to a tournament. Yeah, Street Fighter. That's just whatever. Yeah. I don't even go and say what I'm playing. That's all they know.
Those conversations, I just try to run through them as quick as possible at this point.
Now you just can't at this point. You can't. So like, all right, so check this out, right? So
I had someone ask me if it was a board game. I'm like, what?
Yo, my man, some dude. So you know that you got the agents or whatever, the security guards, right? I pulled out the Monster because I took it out at Monterey. I went to Thunderstruck with it, right, to play the Mobile 2 crew over there. And as soon as I took it out, you know how my shit looked mad relic, right? Yo, dude said, "Oh, how old are you?" Yo, he literally looked at me and said that shit. He said, "Oh, how old are you?" And mind you, I'm getting patted down. I'm getting patted down like, yeah, I play, to play some video games. Like, oh, what you play on this? You play on, what's this, Super Turbo? What you play on this? I was like, yeah, you can play on that. You can play Super Turbo on this, you know what I'm saying? You can, but like, yo, it's crazy, man.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I wish I had stayed a pad player. Yeah, because like going through TSA every time is like, and having to take your stick out and then potentially having to deal with the potential conversation. Like you can normally tell when a TSA agent like looks at your stick a certain way, you got to be ready for the conversation.
Oh,
like, yeah, it's an arcade stick. Like, I play fighting games and let me through.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it's crazy because I be looking out sometimes. There be people that work there that know about the FGC.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll see me with the sticks. Like they don't even question it. Oh, where you going this time? Blah, 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 showing love, man, love, whatever. And then we just pass by the game and then we smooth. But then there's other people that are just super curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. My stick do look like a bomb. That shit do look crazy.
Yeah, actually, it was really random. One time I was coming back from LA. Yeah, I was coming back. I was going through LAX, and some dude was like, "Yo, we played online before." I was like, "Oh, we did?" He's like, "Oh yeah, you played Karen at the time. I played Birdie." I was like, "Oh, damn."
You really hated that guy. Yeah, really. Whoever that was, you hated that guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to that guy.
All right, so continue on, Goken. Your first notable win was against Sanford.
Yeah, and because Frame Advantage was like a big thing, like they were streaming. Well, I don't even think it was a Twitch at the time. It must have been like
Justin TV.
Yeah.
Justin TV or
Justin
like Ustream or something like that.
Ustream,
yep.
And he was recording the footage. So yeah. Ustream, I think it was. Yep.
And he put it on YouTube after. So like for the time, it was rare. It was a rare combination of being a young player, playing on pad, and playing an underutilized character.
How old were you at that time?
Word.
I was
12.
You was looking young.
I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. So that's like a decade ago.
That's that age.
You 25 right now?
Almost.
Almost
a decade
why
ago.
did you say your age?
Huh?
He said you 25. He said
Cause like I'm already thinking ahead because my birthday's this month. It's coming up. So, yeah.
In September? September what?
22nd.
Okay.
Nice.
That's Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right. He said, yep. He said, yep.
Yeah, but I was really young at the time, so it kind of like put me on the map a little bit at the time because
a little bit.
Yeah,
That's how I heard about you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The thing is, a lot of people didn't stream back then, so a lot of people who wanted to see Street Fighter, like that was a place you would see it on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Or from Frame Advantage, like you go on YouTube, and those are the matches you would see. And especially if anyone's looking at Goken, that's the match you're going to find.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you were known as this kid Shine. I was like, who?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this kid Shine. I was like, yo, Sanford. I'm like,
first time I heard
who's Shine? He said, he's got like.
Yep. That was the first time I heard you when you did beat Sanford and then he 6-0'd you.
Yeah, he
that was literally the first time I heard you. Yep.
It was so bad. I actually didn't get 6-0. I got 7-0. Like I got smoked so bad, I didn't even know the tournament set was over. I just hit rematch and he smoked me again, and I was like, oh, I guess it's over now.
Oh, Sanford. Oh yeah, Sanford. He's down to play some more games. Fuck all that other shit. He down to keep playing. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but having mostly such a positive experience kind of like kept me around. Yeah.
I was like, play.
Wait, sometimes when they would borrow the stick.
Yeah.
Like, play.
Yeah. That's my bro, for real. Man. But yeah, so it's crazy, right? So obviously, I came from that era. I was playing Street Fighter 4 whole body at one point. You know what I'm saying? And you got how much time you got left?
It's 11:47. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I'm good.
So basically, me watching obviously like every game that grew from Street Fighter 4. So like, obviously there was different variations of the game. Obviously Super came out, stuff like that, and that's when I just seen you gradually not only growing as a grown ass man, but I just seen you gradually just going to more tournaments, more majors. There was a point where you wasn't even going to majors. You know what I'm saying?
There was a long time, so I was very scattered out with even locals I would go to. I wasn't even consistently going to locals until probably AE 2012. So like it took me a while to even like consistently come out, and it's mainly just cause like school and like having
let you out?
Nah, they wouldn't like let me out. So like because like I would have to take the train really late, so I would get home.
That's
like,
true.
Like logistically, I would get home really late if I did go, and it was on a weekday. So like I would have to be back like Thursday morning. But like once I got my license, it became a lot easier to just like go wherever I wanted, which was probably like around AE 2012 when that happened. So like I would, it took me a while to go to locals, and then it took me even longer to begin to go to majors. So I was kind of like a late bloomer in that area. Like I had such a strong I guess like come out moment, I guess, at a local, like for my first local, and then it's kind of like it kind of like gradually like went away for a while, but then it came back. So like after a while, I think that's why I end up going like every NOBC now. I feel like I gotta make up for like lost time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I mean, you hungry too now. You're sponsored now. Your team is Endemic, right?
Yes, Endemic. Shout out to them.
So mind you, I do give you a lot of hard times, Sean. You know what I'm saying? I troll you, but it's because out of love and I want you to do better. You know what I'm saying? I actually toned down off of that because I know Paul George is like half owner of Endemic.
Yeah, he's one of them.
It's like a partner or whatever.
Yeah.
So like after I found that out, everybody know I really mess with Paul George. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I shit on you less. Don't mean I stop, but you know what I mean, I shit on you less. You know what I'm saying? How does that feel though? Like, coming up that young and like you said, lost time. You playing on NOBC a lot. You actually traveling a lot to the CBT events and stuff like that. Knowing that you came from that humble beginning now to being sponsored, and then knowing that one of the partners is like Paul George, stuff like that. And like you just seen, it's just pretty much letting you know that shit just moved forward so fast with the growth of the FGC that you're like, wow, like I'm here now.
Yeah,
and I'm making it count. You know what I'm
saying? I think it's crazy because I think that a lot of the time I kind of like regret not coming out for a lot of that time. But then on like the flip side, I think that I came out kind of like at the right time. So because like a lot of stuff started growing like as Street Fighter 5 like kind of came out.
Right.
So like coming from like that humble beginning, I feel like I don't know, it's something that like you look back and you kind of like really appreciate because like looking at it now 2019 like 24 years old, I would have never imagined like a lot of the places that I've been to for the reasons that I've been there. Like I would never imagine that I traveled like all these places to like do something that I legitimately like enjoy, like from the bottom of my heart. I enjoy it a lot. So it's like it's something that like you really come to like appreciate a lot, especially because I spent a lot of that time that I didn't get to do it. I appreciate it even more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's fire, man. And you know what? So around the time where it really picked up, so it's good that you actually positioned yourself and just kept playing. You know what I mean? And out of just passion, you were still playing. That it actually lined up where now you just more into the scene where now you could travel and stuff like that. But it's cool, like just to touch up on what you said, like you literally came up at the right time. It's true. Like AE, just Street Fighter 4 in general, it was getting to the tour status and stuff like that. And then I know towards the end, that's when you started going to the tournaments because I remember you had a epic match with Snake Eyes one time, and he scooped your shit. I remember that. It was a good match. That was Defender North.
That was Defender North. Yes. That was Defender North.
I actually remember that. Was that 2015, right? That was 2015. I think.
2015. I don't know actually. I don't remember.
I think it was 2015 because I missed that one. I think that was the one when I bumped my leg.
It was the very last Defender North for Street Fighter 4, I believe.
I think that was 2015.
Yeah.
And then 2016 came out. Yeah, and then Street Fighter 5 came out, right? 2016.
Yeah.
That's a Fendi.
Yeah, the first time I played him winners, it came down to the wire. And then the second time we played, it wasn't as close. So I think I got fourth that event. That was actually my first top 8, which is why I specifically remember that one. Yeah,
what was your first major?
My first out of state major, or
no, just major. Well, anything that counts as a major. Whether
let's start regional. What was your first regional?
It was Defender North. It was a time it was in Flushing.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
It was a time it was in Flushing. I thought it was a good idea to register late, and I got like Zeus and Poem in my pool, and so that didn't end well at all.
That ain't paying now. Hell no. And Zeus was fire. He was on fire that year too. Poem too. He was coming up creeping crazy.
That was a Defender North Zeus 1.
That's when he beat Smug?
That's when he beat K-Brad in grand finals.
Oh yeah, that was 2013.
Yeah, that was crazy. My man was out here playing.
14.
My man was out playing like Cammy. That's crazy to me.
Zeus, yeah.
with Vega.
Yeah, man. He was definitely that pan. That you know what? That should be a guest we should bring up here one day.
Oh, absolutely.
And Zeus, bring in Team Pie and the whole nine, man. Just bring them in here.
We should bring the whole squad in here.
Yeah, I'm down with that shit. Just have a little round table, just set it up over here. That, you know what?
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite eras of Battle Circuit, actually.
So coming up from, so let's talk about Street Fighter 4, the different iterations of the game. So, when did you stop using Goken? Which game? Not necessarily stop, but like
when I switched mains. Yeah. I think it was AE 2012 when I realized that like I feel like I was kind of like, you know how like when you have a certain character and people kind of expect you to like play a character that fits that archetype forever. I was like, after a while I tried Yang. I was like, I think I like fast mobile characters more. I feel like this fits me more, and it took me a while to realize that. But I think this fits me more. I was playing Yang. I was like, man, I'm having like way more fun. Like I thought in AE 2012 he was a bit of a weaker character, but like I was having way more fun. So eventually I was like, you know, I'm getting smoked with. That was when I started going to Battle Circuit consistently. So I was like, you know, it's not looking too hot out in these streets. You know, I'm getting smoked every week. It might be time to try something new.
Yeah, we ain't trying to chuck plasma all day. And then you was bumping into guys like Sanford and Dominion. Nah.
Yeah, that was back when Sanford was my demon. I was getting smoked every week. Like every highlight, I was in there getting smoked.
Oh, and then I remember the epics. Yeah, I remember you was about to beat him.
Yeah, it was bad.
You choked it up, and he came back, and you were so upset that you broke. You broke just so for sheer passion of you being salty that you was that close. Bro, you was about to beat him.
It was
broken.
It should have been 204 rounds straight, and I literally dropped a stun combo. I don't even know like how that happened.
Blacked out. Be tunnel vision. It happened. You was that thirsty. You smelled blood so crazy.
Just ran into a wall, man. I just cracked after that. I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. Like I'll rewatch it, bro. I'll rewatch it, and it actually doesn't get any easier to watch. Like I watch it and I'm not even kidding. Like I watch it and I don't laugh. I'm just like.
Yo, and it's crazy because I was watching that shit. I was watching that shit live on Twitch. That Team Spooky. I'm like, oh shit, he's about to get this dude. Like it was just another week. It was just another week.
Yeah,
freaking just chilling there. And I'm just watching. I'm like, all right. And you dropped the fucking combo. This one he had Oni, right? That was
he started with Sagat, and then I beat Sagat, and he switched to Oni, and then his Oni was getting smoked, and then all of a sudden I dropped that, and then it was just like I got smoked after that. I don't understand.
No, what's so funny too? I recall like I don't remember which version of the game, but there was talks about Goken being banned in Japan or something like that. I feel like
that was before my time because I didn't hear about that until like after. But I think that was something because people I think it was because he was a boss character.
Maybe
like that.
They was something. I was like, man, he's that good. He's that good a character.
Yeah, I think he was like quote unquote a boss character. So I think people thought he had like the properties of when you fight him in like the end of arcade mode or something. But,
okay.
But I mean, I remember there was a point when Seth was banned.
Yeah.
Seth was banned. I remember that shit.
I mean,
I'm like, damn, it was a character. He got all the moves. Sonic boom. Oh, nah.
They should have kept that character banned.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, you got any bad moments?
I don't like Seth. I mean, I
don't really see you losing a Seth. Though.
I don't like. I always did well against Seth, but it doesn't mean I want to play him. Like we can just remove that character and call it a day.
Wow.
So you bumped into Art.
That character for you.
You bumped into Arturo. That's what it was.
Nah, I smoke.
Wait, which Seth though? You talk about Jump Fear Seth? Oh, no, when they changed that one.
I never played Arturo's Jump Fear Seth. That's a different Seth. That's a different character.
Said, no, I smoked Arturo. My bad. I was just trying to see. I didn't know who was the Seths out here in New York. You know what I'm saying? The only one I remember was Art.
Yeah, that's so weird. I never even see you play a Seth like that before.
Who do I used to play?
Who was giving you Seth problems?
Well, it's more of an online thing. Like,
I was just about to say there had to be somebody online cooking shine on a low.
My man Seth be like that.
Yeah, but I've smoked Henry's Seth. I played Problem X's Seth in tournament too.
You smoked it?
Yeah, I won against Problem X.
You had game?
Or
Goken. Damn, that shit hurt.
I don't remember actually. I don't remember which character. I think at the time I was maining Yang, but I feel like I would have won with Goken either as well.
Okay. Yeah. So another thing. So During the great era in Street Fighter 4 of Duff City, that was when
That was a
Smug
really good
was
era.
destroying everybody.
That was one of my favorite rivalries.
Had Kells and Dominion like really scratching their heads, like yo, like.
Now what's crazy? Let me touch on. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Alice.
Yo, I love that era so much.
This is what's crazy about that, right? So in tournaments, you always bump into that one demon, right? Obviously, it was Smug, right? And then you just wondering, damn, like, does the bracket gotta play out now? Like who could beat this guy? And then here you go, the shining light.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Then you seem to like have a little one up on Smug at that time.
Yeah, a lot of it was character choice, and it was character choice and play style. Like I feel like just the characters I play, like they just always end up beating Smug's characters. It's just the type of characters I like versus the type of characters he likes.
Oh yeah. These are things I've definitely heard from some people that were losing to Smug. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, listen, like y'all not playing no characters that apparently beat his character. They're like, no, Dudley's just godlike. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna bet Japan has them ranked at a certain point for a reason. So if y'all not using none of these characters that beat him, then of course y'all gonna have trouble. But Shiner seemed like he's owning him. It's like, oh yeah, because Yang does really good against him. I'm like, okay. So like, how did you feel though at that point? Like, when you're seeing everybody else getting cooked, and I mean they freaking craniums getting cracked, but yet you coming on here and like you just stopping all that.
Overhead was -1. Overhead was -1, right?
I think it was like -1. Yeah.
-1. I think
it was -1.
Media's
I don't know. It was different for me because like I remember running into some guy named what was it? It was like MMS Smug at the time. I remember running some guy online and like, at the time he wasn't as good, so like I would always beat him. Like I would always beat him with Gokans. Like then I would see him at tournament. I was like, oh yeah, I can beat that guy. So then like I would actually go to tournament, and obviously he was much better at the time, but I was also playing Yang as well, so like I was better with a character that does really well in that matchup.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't afraid of Smug either. Like I was afraid of a lot of other people at Battle Circuit, but like it wasn't Smug because I had the character advantage, and like I just felt pretty comfortable against him like as a player. So like, but like when I play against like someone like Sanford, Dominion, like they would smoke me. So like I was like, man, I don't know what to do.
So it kind of worked out. So I'm pretty sure, and some of the Wednesdays you're like, all right, looks like I'll be in grand finals, and Smug will be down there with Dominion and Sanford, and whatever happens. But then I'm sure there was times where Smug would just meet up with you and just win the tournament, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, so the thing about it is that like a lot of people gave me credit for doing really well against Smug, but like there was a lot of times where Smug would actually have the one up on me. Like he would actually go to the lab and like beat me the next like three, 4 times we played, but then it would turn around, I would beat him like the next like 3, 4, 5 times we played and stuff. So like it would go a lot of time. It would go back and forth like that. But I think overall, I won more, I want to say, but I'm not 100% on that. But he was playing a disadvantage, he was just at a disadvantage, and he was still doing really well against me overall. It's not like it was like one-sided at all.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna move up to Street Fighter 5 in one quick sec though, but we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna hear some Street Fighter 5 stuff from you. All right? All right, here we go. We are back. Now, we definitely hit the Street Fighter 4 segment. We're going to go to Street Fighter 5, but I want to ask you one quick question first. So, in your opinion, obviously, what was the best version of Street Fighter 4?
I think the best version was Ultra, but I think the best version was Ultra, but Ultra had the most, like, it just added some really obnoxious characters.
Explain.
Yeah.
Go ahead, spit.
Are we talking
no filter.
Elena?
That was probably gonna be my the first character I mentioned. But like
her healthcare was crazy, son.
Yeah. Elena. So there's certain things like I miss Street Fighter 4, right? I love Street Fighter 4 and I miss it. But there's a lot of things I don't miss and that I'm glad is gone. Number 1 being Elena and healing. Number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, number 2, I'm glad I don't have to deal with the Capri anymore.
She's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Capri.
Number 3, they gave El Fuerte all these buffs, mainly Q-Bomb. So that character in itself was toxic all the way up until Ultra, but Ultra was his most toxic version. So I don't miss Fuerte at all. They added Rolento, and Rolento is annoying. They added Red Focus, which made certain characters even more annoying than they were before. So like Ryu, Zangief, Yun. y'all gonna have me here forever, man. Like I could go on forever about some Street Fighter 4 Zangief and Yun.
Ooh, that Street Fighter 4 Zangief on Ultra, bro. One. If you have Red Focus and you get hit with that one combo, you go into the corner immediately.
Yeah, you get hit. You get what? Short. Jab, jab, jab. Short. EX green hand. Red focus. Too late into death.
He said too late. Too late. That shit was kind of crazy. I was watching Snake Eyes Catch a Record freaking Capcom Cup. I was there in person watching that shit. I'm like, yo.
I don't miss that.
So all right, so that was the best version. Was that your favorite version though?
That was my favorite version.
Okay, my favorite version was Super.
My favorite. Only thing I didn't like about Super, it's just one little thing. That's it. But it's an able thing. I was there. You can't do crouching short, standing jab on every character, and standing. That was it. You couldn't do it on every character.
I like Super. I think Super was a good version. I was just biased, and it's one of my least favorite versions, just because Goken was nerfed from vanilla to Super, and that's the only character I play. So and other characters got buffed that became his worst matchups. So like Rose, for example, stuff like that. So that was why I'm biased towards it, because of the character I played. But Super was a good version of the game.
Okay.
That was Cammy still had those instant air cannon strikes. Yeah.
Right? yeah. Real low to the ground.
Oh my gosh, she was OD. I just remember
Alioun.
Yeah. Oh. Woo.
Alioun highlight videos, and then the Sako combos.
Oh my God, Sako! I remember Alioun was cooking Arc Online, and there was some people in the Arc.
Oh, I remember that
talking about.
I remember because you guys streamed it for a little bit.
He's on a program pad.
I think you guys streamed it for a little bit.
When he was doing the options to next.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that shit, bro.
Oh my gosh, yo. I can't wait. Y'all blowing it up. I'm blowing it up. I'm not holding it. Yo, Triforce was bucking. He's like, yo. Using a programmable pad, I can tell. He did the super instantly. There's no way you can do it online like that. No way.
Yo, Triforce game master. Yo, he be picking up shit, yo. He be really going into detail. Yo, the day that we get Triforce on this show, that's my word. Y'all
that'll be legendary.
Ready for that episode, son. That shit gonna be like a 4-hour special.
yeah.
That shit gonna be a 4-hour special. You might have to break that down into pieces, man.
Yeah, part 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, we gotta break that shit down.
Yeah.
Boy. He's gonna be episode 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Facts.
The Triforce Game Master.
He said, yo. Yo, he's using a programmable pad.
Oh, damn. So I can listen to Triforce talk forever, man. Like,
oh my God. But all right, so look, transitioning, of course, to Street Fighter 5, right? Well, before we say that, so like obviously we exited off of Ultra. Did you feel like your archetype of your style of play transitioned smoothly to Street Fighter 5? Because I think so. I feel like it did.
I actually don't think so.
Who was your first Street Fighter 5 character?
So like my first character was Nash. Like my first character that like, I mean, technically, if you really want to go that back, I don't really count it. But my first character was Ken, but I don't really count it because like it was really just a placeholder. Like that's not my type of character at all. But like I didn't know who else to play. Like I was really lost. Okay. Yeah. Like I was really lost when it came to like I was like really soul searching. Like
fuck Nash.
Yeah. So I'd settled on Nash and Karen. It was first Nash, and I settled on Karen. I was like, everything feels kind of natural, like more natural with Karen. So like I started picking up Karen a lot faster. So I think after I found Karen, my transition was a lot smoother.
Okay. Then you got used to the game, got more comfortable with the game.
Yeah.
That way you could just focus on gameplay because you actually found something that you could play. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So all right. Yeah, so let's see. Moving forward, obviously you're doing pretty good at NLBC. I know you started off a little slow at first.
Yeah. I mean, I think that once I had picked up the character I liked, then I started to learn fast. I think there's a lot of players that had like a hard transition, and like you'd be surprised at the characters.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised at the people who like had a really like hard transition. Like looking at how good they are now, like they actually had a hard transition. Like at first, like during the game, like Smug had a really hard transition, but like once he learned the game, and especially once he found his character, like he got it.
And
like, just like that,
you gotta understand and learn the game engine. You know what I mean?
and Punk is actually another one. Like Punk actually like number one, he like quit the game. Like he didn't even want to play it at that point.
Wait, who was Punk? Punk was playing the vanilla. I mean, not vanilla. Street Fighter 4. Who's he using?
Ken. Punk. Ken.
He was using Ken, but like he didn't really have like a main. Like he would play a lot of characters like really well, but he didn't really have a main. Like he would play like Ken, Sagat, Cammy, like Seth, like any like Yun, stuff like that. Yeah.
I first learned about Punk from Street Fighter 5 because I was at Sanford's crib, me and Dominion, and Sanford was playing this Karen player online. And like I told the story before, like he was ridiculous. He was optimal, you know what I mean? Because like I was playing Street Fighter 5, I was playing with Yipes and G Concepts. G Concepts also played Karen. Yeah. So G Concepts pretty optimal too, but this Karen was OD. He was doing a lot of stuff I didn't see, a lot of setups, and you know what I mean, Sanford was getting cooked. You know what I mean? Like Sanford wasn't whack, but he wasn't half as good as he is now. But he was playing Ken, and you know, like that's when he was going with the, you know, like, you know, I think she beats him, whatever. But, you know, he was getting cooked up, and I was like, yo, Kez, I'm watching, yo, this dude is good. I'm like, this dude is optimal. Like, you're not getting cooked by no random online person. Like, yo, this dude is nice. He was like, yeah, I know.
He's always been, like, really, really good, even in Street Fighter 4, but, like, no one knew it. And, like, you know, I would always be, like, we would all be in, like, Xbox Live parties together and stuff. So, like, you know, I would play him a lot in Street Fighter 4. And then like, so I knew that he was having like just a hard time in Street Fighter 5. Like number one, he just didn't like the game. Number two, like, you know, he wasn't doing well in it because he didn't like the game. He didn't care, and like, you know, he just didn't care. So, I was like, why don't you just play Karen? Like I recommended to him. I think he was playing like Ken at the time. I was like, yo, you should just play Karen. Like she's your type of character. You like to like bully people.
So OG Shine is the catalyst for the Punk legacy.
I mean, I like you like because he would use Cammy a lot against me. I was playing a lot of ranks, so I know his type of playstyle. Like he really likes to rush down. Yeah. So I'm like, this character she's like, you should definitely play Karen because she's a bully. Like you like to rush down, and like you're really good at cracking people open when you're in, and she rewards that. Yeah, so
she definitely does. Oh yes,
well, good job, Shine. Does he tell you thank you? He should be telling you thank you. Shit.
I think he would have settled. I think he would have settled around Cammy or Karen eventually, because those characters are really like for him.
Matrix, don't be taking no credit for shit like that. I ain't giving that a Shine. No way.
So how was your transition? Like, you know, like what were your first impressions of the game, you know, coming from Street Fighter 4 into Street Fighter 5? Because I know for Street Fighter 4 that's a hard thing because, you know, obviously Marvel players went through it with going from 2 to 3. So anybody who played 4 heavy and was good in it, tell me about your transition. Be 100% honest. I
was actually the opposite of most other people. Like at first, like, you know how at first everyone was like, yo, this game is ridiculous. Like this game is footsies. Like this game is like the best thing since sliced bread. Like at first that's what everyone was like. And at first I was like, I don't see it. Like this shit's kind of boring. Like I don't like it. Like I like give me Yang back. Like I want like my FADCs back. Like I want all that back. Yeah. And like I didn't understand it. Like I like how do I open people up? Like I didn't know about like baiting throws or anything like that. So to me the game was like so slow and uninteresting.
Right.
But like I would watch Joe play at the time. I was like, oh, this looks like when he plays it looks fun. I don't understand. Like what am I doing wrong? Like when he plays it looks fun. So at first I didn't really like it. Like I found it really boring. Okay. But then after that I played it more. I was like, a lot of the times for me I don't like to make like judgment on a game until I understand how it's played. And after I understand a bit how it's played, then I can say, all right, this game is either garbage or it's great. Street Fighter 5, it took me a little bit to get into it, but like after a while I was like, okay, I like this game. So, and even currently I actually like the game. Season 1 was a little bit of a mess. Even at launch it was I don't think so. Here's the thing, when people would ask me how I feel about Street Fighter 5 in season 1, I was like, it's a good game. I'm sorry. I say I like it, but don't buy it. Because
I understand.
At launch, it just wasn't a good game.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was like, okay, I like the game, but I understand why everyone does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have fun with it, but you definitely.
I mean,
see
there was some
the
big issues at launch. You ain't had like one of the main things. Obviously, you got the casuals and you got the the noobs that just don't know how to play fighting games.
Yeah.
And you got the pros, right? It was cool for the pros, but then when you had people that wanted to play like in a story mode or some shit like that wasn't present there. So that definitely would hurt the launch. For sure.
You had to do survival mode to unlock colors.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I was getting stressed.
I was doing, bro?
to get the Necali color.
Necali and Bison, bro. I was doing some next shit, and there was like cheat codes. Like for example, with Necali, all you gotta do is just mash medium punch DP,
And it worked.
and it just kept the computer. Just kept getting pegged
Bison
by it.
had an easy one too, though. He would just do head stomp.
Just do stomp and shimmy all day.
I didn't have that luxury. I played a 900 health character, and I had to go through survival because I was playing character time. I'm playing a 900 health character, and I have to deal with these gorilla characters.
The gorilla characters. Yo, that shit was kind of crazy, bro. They would do the hard reads, the good punishes.
Yeah.
The freaking whip punishes. Yo, I remember I was streaming that shit. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, good whip punish. Like talking to the computer, like that shit is crazy. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't miss a lot of that stuff, but I think the game like shaped up really nicely now. So I like it. Season 4 is probably like I think actually as the season went on, I liked the game more and more.
Okay, but
I actually think it improved just about like every season for me.
you definitely got better. I feel like you got comfortable. I think you. This is how I looked at you, right? You started with Karen. You was on a high rise. You picked Jury.
Oh, the jury phase. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Jury.
Let's talk about the jury phase because
I
I
know,
always
but-
make
I
fun
know.
of
I
Shine.
know. This is gonna be Chris's favorite segment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the jury phase. You were cooking with Karen. Definitely making a lot of noise with Karen.
He was.
Yeah. Man. He was shine. Shining like a bright like a diamond.
NLBC.
Frey.
Yeah.
Sean was cooking everybody bust ass. Then Sean starts playing some jury.
Listen, I saw the leak. I was like, oh, jury's coming. Like, that's like one of my
That's your
favorite
character,
characters.
yeah.
And I was like, man, she came out. I was like, oh, she has a reversal. She has a 3-frame. Or her normals look good. Oh man, everything just looks all according to plan, and it wasn't.
What happened? What was wrong with her?
Oh, jeez.
Who whooped your ass? I want to know. Who was it that whooped your ass and just made you know what? I gotta pick something else. Who was it?
Let me think. I think at the time it was a Minus that did me in. Like he was playing. Yeah, Chaz.
What character he cooked you with?
Karen.
Absolutely.
I was like, man. I was like, yo. It's been like 2 months. I can't crack top 8. I lost to Minus. And not saying he's bad, but I'm like, I lost to him playing the character I used to play. I'm like, bro, I gave up this. I gave up this for this. I'm like, I'm done.
A lot of time lost. Yeah.
So now, and because there's always these conversations always going around in fighting game communities. Just we just talk about like people using cheap characters and everything like that, and cheap characters get you results and everything. So anytime I see Shine, and I say like, yo, oh, you got items today, huh? You be smart. I'm like, oh, what you pick, Jury? He be like, yeah, nah. Nah. I'm like, no.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like she's not bad, but I'm not gonna play her.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
My favorite.
Why is that? Though?
Exactly. Yo, my favorite. I love when people say, "Yo, this character's mad good." So why you not using it?
I don't think she's mad good, but like I think she's decent. I think she's okay. It's just that I play a character that's more than okay.
Oh yeah.
But there was a main reason why you dropped it though.
She don't get him no money.
Oh, yeah, she don't got the mix.
She don't got the mix. That's my shit. Yo, I was talking to Shine. I'm like, yo.
I was in the middle of playing against Yipes too. Like it was like a serious like we was playing. We was having a sit down. He's like, he just asked me while I was playing. He's like, yo, why don't you play Jury no more? And I was just like, she just don't got the mix. Like I sighed too. Like I thought about it. I contemplated it. I was like, man, it's like. I just immediately understood, like, man, she just, like, I really wanted her to, like, I was like, it's like, that side was like, man, I really want to play her, but she just don't got the mix.
She just don't got the mix.
She just don't got the mix.
There you go, whipping and turning around with a Buki. You know, I had, a funny story.
But before that though, Bo, he was mixing with Karen too with that little corner mix.
Oh yeah, she had the 50-50.
Yeah, he was like, even I don't know what side I'm gonna land. I'm like, wow.
So this is how I know you turn into like a straight up scumbag, right? So, there was a time, once upon a time where I did bump into Shine. You know what I mean, in a tournament called CEO 2016.
Oh.
And I actually sent Shine home. I sent Shine packing. Mm-hmm. Then I didn't play him again till later on that year, and I was like, I seen a bracket. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what?
Wait, what character did you send him packing with?
Cali, season 1 of Cali.
Excellent. What character did he have?
Yeah, Karen.
Very good. Very nice.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I was known as a bad matchup for Nicali at the time.
Oh wow! So you overcame it.
Oh okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I heard. It ain't look like one though when I played him.
What was score?
2-0.
It was 2-1.
It was 2-1. It was 2-1. I want to get it.
You heard the immediate correction.
He's like, it's 2-0. It's 2-1.
I was thinking about. I was like, he's gonna say 2-0 just to bait me, and I'm gonna take it.
Free.
The head was turning at the same. It was 2-1.
But anyway, so we fast forward, and I'm playing NEC. You know what I'm saying? It was Toxic Teen. It was like 2 matches. I think we was both in losers. It was 2 matches to go to top 8, right? So I'm like, I seen the bracket. I'm like, I gotta play Shine. I might bust his ass this time. I'm like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Bump into him, my man got a Buki. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, all right, cool. I was like, cool.
He ain't know about the mix yet.
Yeah, I ain't know about that. I got my shit cooked. It was one of those cookies where you got cousin.
Yo, my man.
I didn't even ask no stupid questions. Like, what certain players they be like, yo, like after the loss, they go KO. Yo, what happened to Karen though? Like, you don't play Karen? And that wasn't one of those. I just got mixed. I lost. Mad Health was just shaved, and I was just like, okay.
Oh, man,
that was matches I didn't even get to activate. I remember that shit. That was good. No, but you know what I remember? This is what I remember.
I didn't get to activate. God damn.
But this is when I knew. This is how I knew it felt good for Shine, right? Because I looked at Shine. He had that fucking stupid ass smug smirk in his face, bro. I looked at him, I was like, he was like, a little side smile and shit though.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, no doubt. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, the Buki, man, good jump.
Yeah, that was the reason why I picked her too.
He said, yeah, Buki, yeah. Man.
She's good.
Good jump.
Good fucking jump, man. I like that one.
She was a good character in season 1, and no one knew it. Everyone said she was like weak. Like at first, I did. I did too at the very start, and then later on, I played some Ibuki player. I don't know who he was, and I'll never know who he is again. I don't remember his name. I just remember he had a Canadian flag when I played him in casual match. And like I was playing Karen, and he was playing Ibuki, and every time he hit me with bomb, I couldn't block it. He had a new mix-up every time. I was like I was winning the matches, but I'm like, bro, if I knew how to do all this, like I would smoke people. Yeah. I'm like, yo, no one's doing any of this. No one even knows about any of this. I'm like, I need to pick up this character. Like I think she's good, man. And then I think they're gonna buff her. Like I honestly felt they were gonna buff her in season 2 because everyone was saying she was so weak, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Oof. That is what happened, man. But that's a what a jump, man. Like you must have got hit with some shit if you did it, Karen's, huh?
Oh nah, whoever that guy was, he hit me with every mix up he had.
Oh my god.
Every mix. Oh my god. And you know what's funny too? Like I love when you playing somebody and you know you got something pretty cheap, right?
Yeah.
But they sitting there trying to like get you to confess that it's cheap, so they'll ask you mad stupid open-ended questions, right? So they'll be like
they're like, yo, it's like, yo, how plus is that? Yeah, I'm like, and then you gotta sit there. It's like, it's plus 14.
Yeah. You be like, hold on. So if I jump my legs, it clips. And then if I back over, But if I block the overhead, if I block the overhead, I'm still in the mix. Then I gotta say something after that. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
I've been asked that a lot of times actually. When I do the instant overhead setup, I'm like, oh, she's still plus after that. I'm like, you got counter hit, didn't you?
People like, did you? I'm sure. So when you did the jump thing in the corner, did you want to land on that side, or did you try to hit me over here?
Like, do you know? He's like, do you know which side you're gonna go on? I'm
no.
Like,
oh, okay. No, that's pretty good.
So now this is my approach, and mind you, I don't when I play cheap shit now, Street Fighter 5, and I'm like glutton for punishment now because I play Kage. So like it's not bad. I do good, but she just don't got no reach.
Yeah, he don't.
He got no reach.
He got like, T-Rex limbs.
So now I be playing like sometimes I just play casuals like what I'm saying, like a 24-hour venue or NLBC. Like I was playing NLBC, right? I be getting hit with some like real cheap shit that I haven't seen in a while. I don't even question it no more. I just be playing, and I'm like, you know what? If he does it again, I'm gonna see if I could jump. Some shit. And I was like, it's mad plus. I don't know how plus it is. This is how thinking about it in my head. I'm just like, okay, that hurts.
But I think it's the worst when in your head you cycle through all the options, and you realize none of them are correct.
Yes. Yes.
He's like, oh man, I can probably jump it. Oh no, I can't. Like, oh, can I press a button here? Like, oh, there's no gap here. Like, can I DP? Oh no, damn, I can't. Okay, it's safe. Like, oh, so I just have to guess. All right, I just have to guess.
I don't recommend that for nobody, by the way. If you're really trying to learn, like, ask some questions, but just don't be annoying with it.
Yeah.
Like, don't just be like, oh, so
I suppose. They be asking those stupid questions.
Nah, damn. It's the worst when they ask questions they already know the answer.
Exactly.
That's annoying. I'm like, if you're asking me to learn, that's fine. But if you're asking me a question where I know you already know the answer to, you know like, man, like you're just delaying at this point. Like, you're just dragging it.
I know.
Like,
that's the only questions I don't feel like that. I'm gonna say like if you're a total scrub, like total scrub, it's different. Cool. But like, clearly you're getting socked out the situation every time, right?
I mean, you can tell. It's easy to tell, you know?
Yeah. Like, damn, that was pretty good. Damn, like, I was close by. Like, I was doing good until you got the V trigger.
Or even.
Damn.
I see that so many times, boy.
I was doing good until you got the V trigger. And the mix-up's kind of crazy. Bro, I just got to block better next time.
Oh man. Yo, so you as a player, right? Obviously you got some cheap shit. I know you bump into cheap shit as well.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yep.
So he said a lot of it. Okay, so so when you fight, for example, let's go to season 2. Like guy like
Season 2 item?
Yeah. You know what? Let's scratch that. Smog. Let's go to Smog.
Season 2 Smog?
Season 2 Smog. We go item. We keep. You want to keep item?
Stay with item. Yo, did you see? They said season 2 item. not even season 2 Laura. Season 2 item.
Yeah. So, I don't name characters at this point. When I say the name, it just goes synonymous. It's fucking cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand. So anyway,
Smug was no better. You remember that clip? You were there when he hit me with the turn punch.
He said he was no better.
Yo, Chris. There was a match. Right?
Did you see that?
Oh yeah,
bro. He had the turn punch, and you heard me when I was like, damn, because I didn't know, because like apparently, so like when Smoke played on the pad, when the taps was crazy, he was holding like each trigger on his Xbox. Right?
He would map his button to V skill, so he would map his button to like V skill or V trigger and just hold those buttons because it counts as 2 buttons. You have to hold 2 buttons. Yeah. So he would just hold those. So like you're literally just like doing this like easily. So like. I didn't understand. Like, he just released a turn punch and I blocked it. I was like, all right, cool. He said, "Whoa," and like, it was unsafe. That's fine. And all of a sudden, he just released another one. That shit said the server. I'm like, what?
Yo, and what's crazy is right. Yo, and it's crazy how Smug look, cause I be like looking at his hands. It look like he like squeezing a Uzi or some shit. Like he just like emptying out the clip. That shit look crazy. Like how your hand ain't cramping up?
Oh my gosh.
I just remember after the match. I know what it was one that you won. But yo, after the match, he was literally sweating, son.
Oh,
he looked like he was running a race. I took a picture of them. Like, yo, I'm like, and it's cold.
I still have that picture.
I'm like, Sean, what's wrong with you? I thought he was sick. I had a fever or some shit. Like, yo, why you came on a Wednesday? Why you came through on a Wednesday right now? You know what I'm saying? Well, he literally was sweating, son.
Yeah, I still have the picture too. Bill Balrog's turn punch had me sweat. I was stressed, bro.
I'm cooked right now. Sean, let me ask you a question. Keep it all right. So you're aware in the tournament, if you cheap somebody out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. All right.
Like just this Wednesday, you should watch me play when I played against Art. I definitely did not earn that.
All right. So tell me this though. Tell me this. All right, I know you can feel. I'm not gonna say anyone specifically, but I know when you can feel when you cheap somebody out and they're aware that you cheaped them out and they're salty, but they're trying so hard not to show it, right?
Oh, so, no. But I'm sorry. Before you get to that,
I see that's Art
yeah. Yo, Art. Yo, so when we were talking about questions, yo, after I played against Art, yo, I robbed him probably like 2 whole games. I robbed him like 2 whole games, yo. He sat there for like, yo, it's like you know the jump kunai mix up, the kunai release mix, like, which way do I block that?
With the son of voice like that. So and he don't even lock eyes with you. He like look down like so.
Yeah,
so,
he looked
so which way do I block that? And then he's all ears. Not even like he's all ears. Yeah. Which way do I block that? Yo, that's my word. Yo, season 2, and Buki had that match so regard. Yo, the man, he would leave, right? So, like, obviously, there were, like, little breaks in between times. So, like, I go in the back and shit, chill, drink, whatever. I'm just chilling with the homies, right? And I see just Art just come back. And mind you, there's the window right there, right? So, you be peeping through the window, and you be seeing the matches. I saw the match, and I just seen him get fucked up. And then, like, you prep, like, ooh, like, you just act like you ain't seen nothing. So, like, I see him, and I see him already getting the pack of 6, coming to the back and shit. He go to the back, and then I just get, like, back and like acting like I ain't see the match. So I'm like on the phone and shit. And then I'm acting stupid like, yo, what's up, Art? Right? He come out, he go, yo, that standing medium kick is too good. He's like, I can't tell if he's gonna throw. I can't tell. It's just too good.
Yo, you know how I know when something is cheap, bro. So we're in NLBC, you're playing a match against somebody. I'm playing Marvel 2. Somebody was next to me watching your match.
Was it Kels?
Yes.
Okay.
He was like, what's he supposed to do? It's so fucking cheap.
Yo, Sam was definitely was in the. He'd be in the back when you play the match, especially against Art, right? He'd be like this in the back, like
At first he was like, Art's doing mad good against him. And then
he was.
Then there comes the robbery.
Yo, but I like this shit. When he do this, he go. And then he gotta look to the next available person next to him. Like, yo, are you serious? You saw that?
He get the head lean. He was like, come on.
He was like, yo, people say Buki sucks, right? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I love Kels, man. I love Kels.
This is around the time when people didn't know that the character was like good for real.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yo. Like when you cheap somebody out, when you rob them and you know they salty, do you reach in for the handshake first or do you see if they with it? You know what I mean?
Oh, nah, I reach out first.
So you like, good game.
Yeah, I just be like,
oh my
game.
God, I hate that fucking smug look in your face, bro. Yo, look,
I'm always the first one to do it. It's like
I know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like just to get rid of the smugness, like when I got cheaped out by you, right? I looked to the right on you. Like just to get out the way. Right? And then
oh gosh.
Nah, I always extend my hand first, like, all right, good game. Like you gotta look at me right after. You know? Like nothing's worse than getting cheaped out than having to look at the person that cheaped you out.
I know. That's why I'm so curious about that.
Yeah, so I'm just like, good game.
Yo, you got the most annoying look when you cheat somebody else. That shit, yo, I'll be like, damn, like he really enjoyed that shit.
Yeah.
Like, he really had a good day. Like,
yeah, literally every time I'm playing, and it doesn't even matter if I'm like at home, like in casual, like if my stream is off, like if I hit someone with some like really fucked up mix up, like I'm giggling after. I'm legit giggling after. It's great.
Yo, shout out to Cheap Stuff, man. But listen, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more OG Shine No Frillz podcast.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can notice, as you can tell, that Chris Matrix dip, he had to actually handle some family business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be manning the station on my own from here on out when it comes to this episode, of course.
One-on-one.
But yeah, one-on-one. Yeah, one-on-one, Shine. Absolutely. I got a couple of things to tell you. But yeah, what I was telling you is before we got to the joking part of how you was cheaping motherfuckers out. What's the pressure? How the pressure feel like knowing that? Okay, obviously you could get the comeback, but you knowing that somebody else got something just as scummy as you, and going into that mentality, like how do you approach that? Because this can actually help the players as well. You know
so if you mean like I'm fighting against like an IDOM or a Smug,
yeah, that's what I was getting to until I was really interrupted with some real funny shit.
Yeah, they're playing some really obnoxious characters too.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you could do is just like accept it, like, you know, we're both having some fun, you know, like rounds like that are gonna happen to you, but like equally, like you can just do the same thing to them. So like we're both stressed. We're either both having a great time or we're both super stressed. Like it's either one or the other, you know. Like, and then like you just gotta make sure that like you use like, you know, you just gotta make sure that they feel that same pressure that you do. You know,
that is correct. A lot of people actually do tend to forget that if you got the cheapness just as good and you're solid just as good, that they're stressing just as much as you are.
Yeah,
it's really crazy. So one thing I wanted to touch up too, right? Like cut all the Street Fighter shenanigans. A lot of people do know you as a Street Fighter player, but you're actually pretty good in a lot of fighting games. Like it be to a point where like you'll play for a while, I'll say like to 2 months, and then you just go back to Street Fighter. Like you just go back to the main shindig.
Yeah, I think I learned pretty well when it comes to new things. I just don't like keep up with it, because then I realize that, like, you know, a lot of time I feel like I just kind of because I know Street Fighter as well, like much better than other games. It's a lot easier to go back to that, because like I understand a lot of more situations, but like in other games it's like once you reach a certain point, like you have to like really like dive deep and learn like a lot more situations. So I have to like really enjoy the game to keep going. And there are some games where I've done that too, like, you know, like I play MK11 a lot now. Yeah, I play MK11 a lot now. But in the past, like I played other games, like maybe not to the extent that I play MK11, but you know, I've played a lot of Guilty Gear. I played a lot of, what was it, Persona 4, Persona 4 Arena, you know, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I played the other Injustice games, but I didn't really like them too much. That's why I didn't really like stick with them. But you know, I'm out here playing Robin, and I can't get it on Deadshot. You already understand, because you play the same character. Yeah. So games like that I wouldn't stick with, but like games like Guilty Gear, like I really enjoyed a lot. I just didn't keep up when they like released a new version. But MK11 I like a lot. So, you know, I can be good at like other games, and like I enjoy fighting games in general, which is why I play other fighting games. So like if I find one I really love, then like I'll keep playing it. And like naturally, when you enjoy something, like you just want to learn more. Mm-hmm. So like if the process is like natural, then I'll stick with it. But if the process, like if I have to like force myself to sit down and learn, then like I just don't want to anymore. Which was what was happening with Injustice. I was like, I just don't want. Like I would have to learn a character I don't want to play. Right.
That's usually the case. The case. I remember you was playing Dragon Ball. I felt like you stopped playing that game.
Oh yeah, I played Dragon Ball. That's right. I forgot about that one.
And it's crazy. I think I know why you stopped playing, because you saw where the game was headed.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I see, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just
it's not. It's just I saw, like, I don't know. I could kind of see where I was heading. Like, all right, I'm gonna need to put like Cell and Kid Buu on my team, and like I don't like. I like Kid Buu, but like I don't want to play him, if that makes sense. Like everyone's already playing him, so like I feel like, I don't know. It's weird with games like that, because like with team games and stuff, like I would have to learn like a whole different synergy than I'm used to if I choose to play the other characters that are already on my team, or like change up my entire team, like, and play 3 different characters, and then have to learn 3 different characters from scratch. So with team games like that, it's weird. And like after a while, I was like, I'm like gonna fall behind, and it's like I'm gonna have to find some really cheap nonsense, but it's gonna be with like a team I don't really want to play. So it was a little weird, because like me, I really like Yamcha, but like at the time we didn't know what Yamcha was yet. But at the time, no one really, like, you know, it was Yamcha. He wasn't very good.
But that assist, I always knew that assist was popping though.
Yeah. And that's the main reason why I liked him. I saw that assist, I was like, oh, that's definitely Frank's shopping cart, like 100%.
Yeah. Okay, I like the resemblance, the comparison. Okay, that's so dope. All right, so you guys are fighting game players. Is there any like pre-game rituals? Because I never really see you like do anything. Like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers now, they do like push-ups and running in place and shit. That's not a bad thing. Everybody got their rituals, you know what I'm saying? I never really seen you do nothing crazy. I don't know if you take laps like Carl Lewis around the freaking your car, get your mind right.
Nah, I don't have a ritual per se. I think my ritual is like always like before I head into the tournament, not like before I'm like sitting down for like a lot of people do certain stuff like before they sit down for like pools and stuff. Like, you know, they'll like, you know, some people meditate, some people like, you know, eat something. Like for me, if anything, like I'll just eat something like small, like a banana or something. But that's it. That's about it. Yeah. But like I don't think about it is that for me, if I overthink it and do all this like extra stuff, like I feel like doing all that extra stuff in itself makes me more tense. So like if I'm just kind of chilling out and just like natural, like just chilling out watching matches, like just watching matches around my pool, it takes a lot of the tense tournament energy if I'm just like chilling how I normally would, you know. So that's why I don't really get into rituals per se.
I am the same way.
Yeah, I just rather just like, you know, keep it natural and just not like force it.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. Because sometimes you do put the extra pressure on you, and you're just not playing as loose as you. Then you'll feel like you're playing more sporadic. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not really, like, no, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Like the most I'll do is if I sit down, I feel that I'm nervous, and normally I can tell if I'm nervous or not. If I feel I'm nervous, I'll just take, you know, a deep breath or two, and then like I'm pretty good at that point.
All right. Well, you know what? Listen, this is what I wanted to ask you. I should have asked this to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying, but you know what? I'm gonna start it with you. So I don't believe in retirement when it comes to fighting games. I always feel like you just take breaks. It's like, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just taking a break. I'm actually waiting for a game that I could really like and play and actually compete and actually grind it out now. You know
I'm still waiting for some new games too.
Yeah. So are you waiting for? I'm waiting. These are the 2 games I'm waiting. I'm gonna try the new Guilty Gear out for sure. Yep. And I want to play the new KOF. That's coming out 15. Hopefully it's good. Like both of these games have been announced. We don't know shit about KOF 15. Guilty Gear, however, though, that shit looks beautiful as hell. I'm looking at it. Though, let me tell you how real it is. So at Evo, I even got the footage, but I won't share it because it's like a homie thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yo, Tasty Steve actually cried when he seen the trailer.
Oh yeah, I know he loves Guilty Gear.
Yeah, he loves Guilty Gear. Like he's really that guy that's very animated and he really enjoys the shit that he likes. That's my bro. I fucking love him to death. Yeah. The guy literally like. He was hopping around. Yo, I feel like if anybody was around him, he was just throwing his fist out there. Like, he definitely would have knocked a lot of people out if there was anybody in his way. And I'm just there with the camera, like, that's my boy, that's my man's, you know. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it literally finished, and he just paused, and he just said, like, this, and he literally got tears, like, little tears. I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy. That's how beautiful the game is. My man was in tears.
Yeah, and it's a whole new installment. It's not like an expansion. It's like a whole new installment. So I'm really excited for Guilty Gear. I'm excited for Grand Blue. Like, I'm excited for a lot of games.
So back to what I was saying. How long do you see yourself doing this? I mean, obviously you're a grown ass man. I see you whipping and shit. You in your car. You know what I mean? So me seeing you in your car, that just lets me know that you got your shit situated. You know what I'm saying, like handled. You got everything under control while you have this passion that is fighting games. Now, not even to get super personal. Like, what do you do besides fighting games, like for a living? Like, what do you do for like?
I pretty much just do fighting games now. Like with the sponsor, like this is what I pretty much do for now. Like I always have a fallback because like, you know, I went to school and I have a finance degree, but like for now, because I got the sponsor, like I really want to just put my all into it for now. And then should it not work out, then obviously I'll go back to that. But I will never like fully quit fighting games because like it's something that I legitimately enjoy. So if it's not going to be a situation where I can do this exclusively, then I would just like I would make sure that I would do something else so I can still do this.
Okay.
Everything kind of just comes back to this. Like I really just do enjoy fighting games.
Same thing with me. Yeah. I mean, I still play them. I don't compete as much as I did before, but somehow, somewhere, I got my hands on fighting games, like no matter what. So it always brings me back full circle. And I mean, that's what's so important about this and so cool about the fighting games in general, because like I literally went through my whole 20s. Yeah. Literally from 20 to 29, I literally played fighting games. Yeah. Like it's freaking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what you're doing right now. You're going through your 20s. Yeah. You feel like you're going to go through your 20s all the way with fighting games?
For 20s, I hope so.
Yeah, God bless, man.
That would be ideal. Anything with fighting games for as long as I could, that would be ideal. Because I do just really enjoy fighting. Like once, and you know, it's like a passion thing too. Because like like I used to just be like a heavy like gamer. Like I just used to play every type of game. But then like once I settled on fighting games, it's like okay, I really just like only play fighting games now. Like granted, I still play other games, but like it really comes down to like a lot of other games just don't interest you the same way. Like they don't give you the same like rush that fighting games do. So that's why I just really love fighting games, and I just stick with fighting games.
So to me, I feel like you're one of the one thing that's important in the fighting game community is the young bucks coming up, because not only are you guys a breath of fresh air in terms of helping grow the scene, but you guys are an example of the young bucks coming in, started from the hard struggles of getting your shit rocked, you know what I'm saying, to being a solid, very accomplished player. I mean, you beyond solid. That's just a word I always use. Like when you really polish the game. You know what I'm saying?
And you do take a lot of lumps.
Yeah, you do take, like, you're definitely one of the examples. Like you, Smug, Knuckle Dude, Punk. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys literally are the examples for any young kid that wants to come up and play. Now, if you had any tip that you wanted to give to a young buck that watches you play or that's trying to get in the mix, what would it be?
I think just make sure you enjoy it. Like
that's the answer.
And it sounds like a very like generic cliche answer, but like it's something that's so important, because like there's a lot of people that like shout for the mountaintops, like yo, I'm gonna get good at this, or like I want to be good at this, like I'm going to be good at this, and then like they normally don't stick with it. And like I feel like if you give your chance to just enjoy the process and enjoy the game, like if you just enjoy the little like day-to-day improvements, like when you play fighting games, like you might get smoked 0-10, but like as long as you hit that one thing that you were practicing in training mode, then that's like a really satisfying feeling. And I remember that feeling when I was like learning the game, like in vanilla Street Fighter 4. Like I would just get that feeling, like when I was playing Gouken, like I was getting smoked like literally every match, but like when I could do that one cool thing that I saw in that YouTube video, like that's what like made the whole day of practice to me worth it, and that's what I really enjoyed a lot.
Without struggle, there is no progress, baby. I say it all the time. But you know what? Let's cut all the shenanigans. But you know what? Before then, so your next event will be Red Bull Conquest Philadelphia.
Yes.
So that's fire. So you're gonna be there. Hopefully you beat the shit out of Punk, because he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
Last year he wanted to just come in just to take the slot, and he was already qualified. Like what a jerk. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
He took the New York spot too.
Yeah, like a sack of shit that Punk is. But I love him to death. Though I'll be seeing him this weekend for sure.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But okay, so let's move forward a little bit here. All
okay,
right.
Let's move forward.
Now, I just want to know, why did you change your name to $3 on Twitter? And mind you, I know this, but a lot of people don't know. But just give me the actual story, the breakdown of what $3 means.
Oh, my CFN $3?
Your CFN. I think your Twitter ain't like that no more? Or you switched it up?
I think it used to be, but it's not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I had to put the sponsor name in there.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that sponsor ain't no $3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what was it? Like, let them know.
So I think we talked about it before, or did we? I don't remember. Did we brush up on that?
Enlighten me.
Anyway.
Enlighten me, yes.
Yeah, when Sanford was my demon, and I was supposed to. So I think he at the time he was smoking me for. It must have been probably like 3 years straight. Like ever since the first tournament that I played him at, and I beat him. And then he 6-0'd me in grand finals. Like the next 3 years, I couldn't beat him. Like the locals I would go to, like I run into him.
That's a lot of bust ass.
Yeah, it was a lot. And like it was like, all right, cool. Like I came in ready to that match. Like I was ready. Like took my deep breaths, and I was ready, and I was cooking. Like I cooked this Sagat like 2 rounds straight, and then I cooked his Oni a round, and he was stunned on the last stunned, and I was about to kill him. And then I dropped the combo. Like, I jumped in for the combo. I did jump fierce, stand fierce, and I wanted to do EX palm. I was playing Gouken. I wanted to do EX palm into the juggle, and it would have killed him. And somehow I got level 1 focus, and I was perplexed. You
gotta figure out the mishap. You gotta figure out like what?
Yeah, I was so perplexed, and then like he came back. And I was like, oh my god, like, not like this. Like, you know how like there's like a running joke where people are like, you know, not like this, but like literally in my head, I was like, no, like not like this.
Okay.
I remember the thoughts in my head. I was like, no, like not like this, and that's the only thing I was thinking about. So like he was smoking me in the match, and like he would get in, and like, he would just open me up. I was just getting cracked open, so he got that round, and then like as I was getting smoked, you know, you have Lee Chung and Smug on the commentary desk, so they're roasting me like. They're roasting me something relentless. Yeah. And this is Lee Chung after he's like, you know, he's had a couple.
Yeah, he's had a couple. Yo.
So this is Shin Chung. This is Chung Unchained. So
yeah.
So there are all these like, you know, Shine the type of ninja, and then you know, it's just nonstop like it throughout the whole process. You just kind of just see my descent into insanity, and they're kind of commentating over it. So after a while, I guess, you know, that day, you know, maybe this was the ultimate reason why I got smoked, but like that day it was you know, my Shapeup wasn't looking too crisp that day. Apparently in Chung's eyes it wasn't looking too crisp, you know. My barber definitely did me wrong, or you know, in his eyes. So you know, he roasted me and said, you know, he's like, yo, get out of here with your $3 Shapeup. I was like, it's time to go.
You know, I gotta check the footage again. I didn't notice the hairline. I just made sure. Look, my assumption was that like, you had a cheap barber. Like, he was like, yo, you just had him. Your man's from like the top floor or something. He come down for $3. I don't know why exactly it'd be $3. But he just gave you a $3 Shapeup. That's what I thought it was this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Apparently my Shapeup just wasn't crisp that day. So he's like, you know, your barber didn't even finish the job, and then he's like, you know,
did he hit you with a ball like, I see why you didn't finish the job because your barber ain't finished the job or some shit? I know Lee Chung would say some wild shit like that.
I gotta check the footage again, but it was pretty much roasting me, and then he said, you know, I got a $3 Shapeup, and that's kind of where it came from, and I kind of just like, at the time I didn't want to make on CFN at the time I was like, I don't want to make my name shine again. So I was like, you know what, let me just take this name. Because after a while, the name kind of just like people still call me Shine, right? But the name kind of just stuck. Like they would just call me $3. Like people would mention like the $3 Shapeup type of thing. Because Chung was commentating that match. So like that's what a lot of people remember from that. This Chung's commentary and me sitting in the chair. I must have been in that chair. So. I
saw what happened.
Yeah, I didn't even finish the story, but like, you know, I got smoked and I broke the headset. Like I didn't even know. Like I hit my stick. I was like, no, not again. Like the Cosmos really just doesn't want me to win against him. So like I was like, not again. And I didn't really realize like the headphones were there at that point. I was like so gone, and like I hit my stick, and all of a sudden like I realized my hand hurts a little bit more than I remember, and I looked down. I was like, "Oh nah."
Yeah, you hit him with the sand double axe hand. Like, you hit that shit with love, bro. Like, I remember that. I'm like, ooh, and then I like when the shit like everything like just started just separating. The headphones separated. This shit, that shit look crazy. Part of the scene.
Yo, I was trying to put it back together. I was like, "Oh nah, like this gotta go back together, bro. Like I can't." It's like, yo, I can't afford this right now. I'm still in college, man.
Well, you know what? It's good because that was like around the Mad Cats era, so. I think it was a Triton.
Yeah. That was back when they sponsored NOBC, so we would just get them for free. Yeah, like Mark Man would just send them like, yo, you good. Send them another.
I ain't gonna pay for the injury, but you know what I'm saying. So it's just crazy, Sean. Like every time, there's just some moments where you just look so cool, and then something just fucking happens. Like I don't know if it's in your DNA, if it's just the universe telling you something. But this was my favorite moment. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna end the show with this. Okay.
Oh boy! All right, I know what's coming. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, it's alright.
Boomba clock. You know what I'm talking about. I know what it is. So yo,
that's actually my alert.
That really?
Yeah, it's my sub alert.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm at NEC 2016. Shine makes top 8, and E decided to do the intro stuff. Like you could do your little intro, right? So the first thing that my man Sean does, and we just talking about $3 Shapeups.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I got the crisp Shapeup before I went there. I was like,
you was flexing the Shapeup. You was trying to like get some message, a subliminal message to Chung to be like, yo, man, like, what did you think about it now? Is it $4.50 now? Is it $3.50 Shapeup? So whatever. So He gets the Shapeup right, and you see it on his head, like you see the stage and all that shit. And then he just walks up and he sits down, right? So mind you, they didn't even zoom out yet. They didn't even zoom out. You would think it would go to the players, but we ain't even introduced the other player yet. So he sits down, and he's literally, as he's pulling his stick out of the bag, yo, what you know about the whole table just broke to the side, bro? It
was crazy.
The shit looked like a mudslide. Like the shit tilted to the right. The monitors fell. The PS4 fell and everything, bro. And me and freaking Pie Side, he Jamaican as hell, right? So he said, "Boom, buckler." Like, yo, you gotta look at that shit, bro. That shit is so funny. Yo, you know what's crazy? Even before I knew he was gonna be a guest here, I saw this shit like 3 days ago. It was Base Monster. I saw that shit 3 days ago, right? Shout out to Base Monster. He was the one. He was like the original clipper of the FGC. But I just remember, it's like, why is it that you? And it was a smooth intro too. He's like, okay, looking clean. I'm even hyping him up on the commentary, right? And then fucking he sits down, and the shit fucking slips, bro, to the side, bro. This shit is so fucking funny, yo, Ruby. I gotta show you this shit, dog. I gotta show you this shit. And then it's crazy. The whole time, right? The whole time, I'm like, damn, did Sean like peg the fucking?
But I didn't, and that's the crazy thing. That's how you know like it's really bad luck. Like I literally like, and it's crazy because like they played like three matches, so that means like 2 players each are up on that stage, and literally as soon as I sit down, I didn't touch it. As soon as I sit down, the whole thing caves.
You a black cat, bro.
I was like, this is, and because I broke the headphones too, it was worse that it was me that was up there.
Yep.
So I was like, this can't be real. Like this is it's actually real. Like this is a real thing. Like this is actually a curse.
My bro, listen. Mind you, you couldn't hear the damage from the camera angle, right? Yo, I'm right next to the table.
You can hear it through the video.
Oh my god, so that shit sounded like an avalanche, dog. Like they just demolition the whole building. That shit said, yo, that shit was nuts, and I'm just there like,
I was just sitting there like, yo, I didn't touch it. Like, yo, you can read my lips through the video. I was like, yo, I didn't touch it. Yo, it's
crazy because some of the people there just like, nah, yes you did.
Yeah, people were swearing up and down like, nah, like, yo, you touched it, like you sat there, yo, your leg hit it. I'm like, bro, you gonna tell me? Like, come on, man.
Yo, and there's people right on the stage fixing this shit, and they just like, damn,
just
done it again, man.
Yo, when they got up there, they look so tired of my shit. So I was like, yo, I didn't do anything.
Yo, all I know is, if you want to test out if your furniture is sturdy, just let Sean just play on the side, man. Yo, so IKEA, if you need your shit checked, holla at my man Sean, $3. Yo, Sean Simpson, aka Sean, thank you for pulling up, my brother.
Thank you
I literally asked him
me,
at NOBC, I was like, yo man, you want to pull up? And he was like, sure. You know what I'm saying? We actually have a special guest from NOBC. We ain't gonna say who it is. He's coming very soon. So that's gonna be dope. But yo, Sean, listen, you got the floor. The floor is yours. Shout outs, where they can follow you and all that. Please.
Yeah, so if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter, at Shine_NYC. I stream a lot now. Actually, I stream kind of like late at nights. But if you want to follow me on Twitch, you can do that. It's Shine NYC, just no space. Shout out to my sponsor, because like, without them, I definitely wouldn't be traveling this much. Like you don't actually like, a lot of people don't actually appreciate that type of thing. Like you don't like understand like how much money it actually costs to like even travel to an event, and the fact that they cover all that, like, it definitely, like, it's definitely something that you appreciate. Absolutely. So yeah, shout out to them. Also, shout out to them for like, hooking me up with the whole PC setup so I can actually stream consistently too.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the thing too, and shout out to everybody that just supports me in general. Like, everybody that supports me. Like, it's like a really long list, and I should really like actually practice these shout outs but everyone, like, there's so many people that supported me up until this point, like, that I definitely wouldn't be here. And like, not only do I appreciate the support, but I appreciate people like that, like, continuing to support me. So, shout out to everybody out there that supports me. And shout out to you for actually letting me come on the show, because I actually had a lot of fun here. So
that's what's up, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed your stay, bro. There's probably gonna be a time in the future where we're just gonna invite all the young bucks over here just so they can talk their shit. That'd be pretty cool. Have a nice little roundtable discussion with all the young bucks.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. I'm forgetting too. I gotta shout out all the old team. Shout out FNEX.
Oh, OG. Okay. Fight Nation, right? Fight Nation, yeah. Yeah,
of course. Shout out to Wong Nation, because I was Wong Nation for a time as well. Shout out to Justin. Yeah, FNAX crew, K Brad, Dayasha, all them, all those old guys, and shout out to my girl because she definitely supports me too. So
to the shorty. All right, I see you. But
Yep.
guys, this has been episode 24 and counting of the No Frills podcast. Please hit that bell if you haven't subscribed yet. Please follow me at IFC Action, of course. My man Chris Matrix, he was here, but he dipped out. It's at the Matrix 303. Follow him on the Twitter, of course, and we are obviously on iTunes. We are on Spotify. A lot of platforms that house podcasts. We're pretty much on it. So please just follow us, and we'll see you next time. Cool. Okay, Sean.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was.